HEFCW is providing funding to the Learned Society of Wales to expand a national support programme for researchers in Wales, of which the ECR network is a part, and we're very excited to be doing so. So my name is Ben Raynor. I'm the Senior Research Manager at HEFCW, Higher Education Funding Council for Wales. I just wanted to very briefly cover who we are. We are the national funder and regulator for higher education in Wales. We're an arm's length body that receive funds from and are accountable to the Welsh Government, governed by our own council. And our overall vision is for a sustainable, accessible and internationally excellent higher education sector in Wales. And in order to pursue this vision, we fund higher education in Wales and regulate higher education providers. And we influence higher education with evidence-based advice and strong partnership working both with institutions and the students there. On the research and innovation side, we provide research funding, innovation and engagement funding, and it's part of our role to work with other partners in Wales and across the UK to make and influence research and innovation policies that drive behaviour and performances that contribute to economic and social prosperity in Wales. In terms of a bit more detail about our research and innovation funding, we provide recurrent research funding to HEIs in Wales. Our funding there is represented by the red chunk of the pie chart, and it rewards excellence as determined by the results of the regular UK-wide national research assessment exercises. The current one is REF 2021 and is in the assessment phase. It's unhypothecated. That means that institutions can spend it as they like to pursue their own long-term goals. It underpins all research activity at those institutions. Our chief executive liked to say it helps keep the lights on. Our innovation principles, and as I've already mentioned, we make and influence research and innovation policies through our funding, but also through funding other projects like our funding with the Learned Society for the National Support Programme and other work. We are guided in this by our vision for research and innovation in Wales. This is available on our website in English and Welsh. It was published in 2019 and it lays out our vision for a thriving and collaborative research and innovation sector in Wales that contributes to economic and social prosperity across Wales. Obviously, the world has changed since 2019, I think more than any of us were expecting. We continue to be guided by what is laid out in our vision, but there is more of a focus, I think, going forward for us on research and innovation helping Wales recover from the COVID-19 pandemic and the contributions it can make in rebuilding the economy and society in Wales, the UK, and globally. The vision is based upon 4 thematic pillars. These interconnect and are interdependent upon each other, as you can see, but it makes it easier to talk about if they are separated out into these 4 pillars. The first is excellence, a research base recognised for its outstanding quality and the internationally excellent reputation of research produced in Wales. Place, with a clear focus on partnership and clusters, collaborative working across the regions of Wales, UK and internationally. Innovation, the transformation of new knowledge and knowledge production into entrepreneurship skills and enterprise that can provide direct benefits to Welsh productivity and Welsh society and the economy and culture more broadly. And finally, collaboration. That is our commitment to work with strong partnership principles across the HE sector to tackle the big problems that we all face. It's wonderful to be here talking to the Early Career Research Conference. I wanted to very briefly lay out how we see early career researchers fitting into our perspective on the HE sector and our vision for Wales. As Helen just highlighted, the early career researchers are very much the future of the research base in Wales. People and the excellent research they produce lie at the heart of research and innovation, and early career researchers are a part of that now and the future of it. So ECRs, your work are very much central to all the pillars of our vision. I think that's exemplified very well by the research that's being presented today, which is wonderful to see. The excellence of the research speaks for itself. The strong regional and global partnerships that this research embodies demonstrate very much a commitment to place and collaboration working, and some of the new applied developments that will be talked about today represent really strong innovation as well, and it's wonderful to see. I wanted to very briefly cover some of the support that HEFCW offers for early career researchers. We are a signatory to the Researcher Development Concordat. This is a framework of principles and best practice for the HE sector for working conditions and research culture. HEFCW is a signatory to that and launched our action plan to promote those principles in May of this year, again available on our website. We help fund Welsh Crucible, an award-winning development programme for early career researchers. Earlier this year, we provided £7.4 million through the Higher Education Investment and Recovery Fund to protect the research base in Wales. That was a collaborative project across the entire sector, providing support for researchers, particularly PGRs and ECRs, who had been impacted and disrupted by the pandemic. And last but by no means least, the very exciting new partnership between HEFCW and the Learned Society. We're very pleased to be providing funding and helping the Learned Society develop the National Support Programme for researchers in Wales, including this ECR network. I just wanted to highlight that in a time of straitened resources, I don't think any national funding body is ever going to be in a position to fund everything it would like to fund at the level it would like to fund it. We have to fund strategically, and we have to pick and choose what we support. Otherwise, or all other funds have to come from money that would otherwise go to core research funding. So I hope the fact that we do fund these projects and provide support for early career researchers really shows our commitment to early career researchers, their position, and our partnership with the Learned Society. That's all from me. If you have any questions about who HEFCW are or what we do, please do drop me a line. It was a pleasure to speak to you today, and it's brilliant to see such exciting research being presented here today. The future of research and innovation in Wales is clearly in very good hands. Thank you all.